So thank you very much for having me and good afternoon. And what I would bring now to the discussion is a little bit a word of caution, because we saw it already a little bit between the different lines in the previous presentations. But I really want to point a bit more my finger on the trustworthy use of AI and what this actually means and what the implications may be. Just to unfold it a little bit, what I mean when I talk about trustworthiness in the context of artificial intelligence, this is all really being accountable to the decisions which are taken based on the use of artificial intelligence, being transparent about the use, being concerned about social and environmental well-being, being also in a position to ensure still human agency and oversight of the use of technology. So it's all about this which comes to the table when you talk about trustworthiness and the trustworthy use of artificial intelligence. Why is this important? Because we are in the European Union in the end, and there are European values and rights that we share among us, and therefore it's extremely important that we look into the use of algorithmic systems which are developed but also used in the European Union, and really ensure that they adhere to our values and principles. So that there is really scrutiny, but also transparency to protect European citizens and business. This is really the main reason, and this is also why at the JRC we have a dedicated portfolio, so multiple units working together to really provide scientific and technical know-how to all policies which are dealing with AI at European Union level. The colleagues are actually for a very long time accompanying the AI Act and the negotiations. We are looking into the guidelines for the Commission, etc., etc. Now, what does it mean for the public sector? Let me just start a little bit here on the right. The very big challenge is really, what does it mean to have AI trustworthiness, and how do we ensure it? But it can be broken down into a lot of different challenges, and those may be more at the technical and implementation level, but it may also be AI in society and societal acceptance of using AI for certain tasks, for example, in lawmaking and public administration. There is also exactly the challenges related to AI law and regulations, and we saw a lot of those challenges even in the keynote this morning with all the questions raised at the very beginning. And then, of course, there are also organizational and cultural challenges, because actually values and rights may differ between organizations, between communities, and there we may not always come to a common understanding. And because of all these challenges, what is really, really important, and I just want to underline once more, so Monica just mentioned it in the previous intervention, and this is really the need to do a systemic risk assessment and really have the capacity also in public administration and when working on legislation to really understand the risks about the use of AI, but also being able to manage those risks and put mitigation measures in place. And this has to become really a routine in public administration, as also the uptake of AI is progressing more and more in the public. Also, what has become clear the entire afternoon, but again, I want to underline it once more, is that technology is only part of the story. Of course, we need the data. Of course, we need technological solution, but actually the implementation of AI and using it more systemically, not only with a few champions, but throughout the policy-making process, really requires more than just technology. And there are new tasks coming up also for public servants and policymakers in the use of AI. This includes risk management, this includes human oversight, and many more. And at the end, we can look into these AI capacity needs on the data and infrastructure side, on the people side, the technology and business capabilities, but also more the soft organizational culture and approach to risk management that should be considered as well. So what does it actually mean for now? So we are here now talking about legal drafting. And I just want to pose these questions for reflection and possible discussion later today or also during the day tomorrow. I think the overall questions are always, how risky is the use of AI in a particular case? So also for all the cases we discussed today. Also, if the overall risk is not unacceptable, so actually you have a go-ahead that the AI can be applied in whatever legal documents you have, how to actually mitigate potential issues, which kind of processes should be put in place to ensure that we are still accountable, it is transparent, and it's in the human interest and protecting European citizens. two of the questions I also want to leave you always this afternoon. We should even ask, when we're applying AI, who is actually controlling and owning the system that we are applying. We saw SETA, which, for example, is hosted at JRC, but maybe some of the other tools are owned somewhere else and hosted somewhere else, and we have to be very careful about that. And then again, a very concrete question is how to ensure the transparency and accountability when using AI in legal drafting. So I think this is one of the big questions I would be extremely interested to discuss. And that's it. Thank you very much. I hope it could trigger a few thoughts.